Hello guys, welcome here to another Microsoft project session. And in today's session, we shall be looking at editing the options to come up with the necessary settings to be able to use in our project. So kindly like, subscribe, share, and comment to be able to motivate me to keep on pushing this Microsoft project planning and scheduling course. So going to our backstage view, we could come to options to be able to edit our settings. So here we have the general, display, schedule, proofing, and all these are the various tabs in which we have to edit to set our preferred settings. So coming to the general options, we have the first user interface option, which shows show feature description in screen tip. So when you hover around a screen tip, you're able to see a screen tip. So if you'd like to change this to disappear, you would still come to the options bar and you enable don't show feature description. So if you say don't show feature description, and when you come back, it will only show you the screen tip, but it won't show you any description. But in this case, we would like to select show features in the description tips. Then there's also don't show screen tips. So we shall opt for that. So in our project view, we have various views. So we could have the various views which you'd like to appear. So if you mostly Gantt with timeline is what is selected. So if you selected, say, relationship diagram and you applied OK, it will be able to change the view. So we'll go with the Gantt with timeline. So here we have the various date formats which you could choose, but we shall go with this American date format. If you want to change the display date format, you must go to your Microsoft control panel, be able to format your date. Then here you could be able to edit your themes. So if you want to change your theme, say to dark gray or to black, then OK. So you now realize that our theme has been changed to black. So still you could enable the show start screen when they're starting the application, and you could always here enable it according to your user preferences. So next we shall look at the display options. So on the calendar types, we have 3 calendar types: Gregorian, HG, and Thai. So we shall opt for the Gregorian. Then the currency options in this project, if we had other projects, they would appear in the drop-down list here. Then we can able to change the small units if we want them to appear as 1 or 2. We're able to choose the currency from here. So if my country would opt for these, and we're able to change everything. Then showing indicators options on the buttons, these are for suggestions. So if you want to show indicator options for suggestions, you'd opt for all these to be enabled. Then if you enable entry bar apply, a bar will appear here on top. So if you want to enter here and you go to this bar, you select the column here, then you enter into the bar. If you want to put 5 days, it will be inserted. So that is how the entry bar helps you. But in most cases, people would prefer to enter through the entire box without the entry bar, so you can remove it. Then going back to the schedule tab. The schedule tab will help us in setting up the times into which our tasks will work or project. So still here, if you had other projects, you'd be able to schedule them from here. Then you could change your start week. If fiasco, when does your fiasco year start in? Some would start in July, some would start in Jan. Then here you could edit your default times, start times, default end times, then hours per day, hours per week. All could be edited here. So when you go down, it shows you showing assignment of units. You could choose percentage or decimal. In this case, shall go with percentage. Again, here scheduling options for this project will be edited here. Then the new tasks created, you could change them to be either manually or auto-scheduled. But still here on our status bar, when we tap here, we could change it to be either manually scheduled or auto-scheduled, under which auto-scheduled tasks are calculated by the application, unlike the manual tasks. So we'll always opt for the auto-scheduled tasks. Then again, you could schedule tasks on when they should start, choosing should it start now or the current date. But as we go into our learning, we shall always come back to look through these scheduling options. So the proofing options will help us to check if we have mistakes, spelling errors. So in case you had numbers in words, you could disable these. If you want enable autocorrection options, you would come here. So if you do not want to correct accidental use of caps lock, you could disable it. But in this case, we should remain with these default settings. So we can cancel any changes. So that's it for now. In our next session, we shall look at these other remaining options and how they could be used to set up our preferred settings before we start using our project. It's a bye for now.